Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Israelite Nation Assembly Shabbat class. Thank you for joining us. Wherever you may be, in the car, in the home, at grandma's house, quarantining with grandma, thank you for joining us. You're watching live or via YouTube, thank you for joining us. All right, we're going to wait for a few seconds here to make sure everybody is in the room with us. All those that are coming in onto the live, make sure that they are in here as we prepare to go in on our lesson. Everybody had a great week, I hope, as much as possible, and enjoying your Shabbat so far. And tomorrow is Feast of Weeks. Pentecost is tomorrow. I know this assembly, we're getting together and we're going to we'll do our best to keep it. Be glad when we have a full assembly again. We're praying and waiting for that. So I can't see. Is everyone coming? Is people coming on now? You trying to go up? Okay. All right. Lift the what's the name up and see if it's working now. It's not? Okay. All right. All right, well, we're gonna get into the lesson. Casualties Motivate is the name of the day's lesson. Casualties Motivate. In order for change to happen, or before change can come, the old system, the old ways of doing things has to be broken. There's a transitioning. And in that transition, there are casualties. Casualties motivate. The unjust murder of a man, the murder of a woman, and or of a child, it pulls at the heartstrings. And you would think that it would bring unity to a people where there is usually disunity. So once again, we have another senseless murder of our brother, George Floyd, added to the list of casualties by the Minneapolis Minnesota Police Department. Now, will his death motivate? Will it cause our nation to evaluate ourselves? Is this the spark to ignite the fire in the belly of our people? Is this the casualty that will cause our people to awaken to truth? We must clean up our minds. We must clean up our hearts. We must renew our spirits so that we can govern ourselves. Ephesians 5:14.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 14, and it reads, "Wherefore he said, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead.
Come on.
And Christ shall give thee light."
Read it again.
Wherefore he said,
Come on.
Awake thou that sleepest.
Awake thou that are sleeping. You Israelites that are still sleeping and not awoken to this truth. Read.
And arise from the dead.
And arise from the dead. Come on.
And Yahushua shall give thee light.
And Yahushua, the Messiah, shall give you light. No one can come to the Father unless he is drawn. Let's get that scripture. Give me, I think it's John 8 and 44. No. It's John 6 and 44.
John 6 and 44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him.
The Father must draw him. Come on.
And I will raise him up at that last day.
And he will raise him up at that last day. Is that it?
That's it.
Yep, that's all I wanted on that. He will raise you up at that last day. Nobody can come on their own. They must be drawn. So this is a predestinate lifestyle, predestinate matter. If you wasn't chosen to be a part of the 1/3, this wasn't chosen. He didn't choose your spirit to bring forth. I met a couple of brothers who said that their brother brought them in, but he walked away from the truth. The brother called both of his brothers to come into the truth, but he walked away from the truth. That was his lot, maybe. Maybe he got a chance to repent. I want to say the brother can't repent. He can repent. But that was his lot right there. If not, that was his lot. To bring his brothers in. That was it. Let's get Isaiah 61 and 3.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 61, verse 3. And it reads, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, Israel, come on.
To give unto them beauty for ashes.
Give unto the Israelites beauty for ashes that they have received in this captivity. Come on.
The oil of joy for mourning.
And the oil of joy for their mourning. Come on.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
And the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness upon the people. Come on.
That they might be called trees of righteousness.
Read.
The planting of thy power.
Mm-hmm.
That he might be glorified.
So the trials and the tribulations that our people are going through, these things are happening for a reason. They're not just happening because there's nothing going on behind it. There's a reason behind this. Isaiah 52 and 1. Start at verse 1. We got to awaken to this truth, Israel.
Isaiah 52, verse 1. Awake, awake. Put on the strength, O Zion. Mm-hmm. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
Read.
The holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Read the verse 1 again.
Isaiah 52 and 1. Mm-hmm. Awake, awake.
Awaken to this truth, Israel. Come on.
Put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
Beautiful garments. Put on your fringes. Put on your beautiful garments. Come on.
O Jerusalem, the holy city. Mm-hmm. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
The man that stood up on the neck of George Floyd is considered the uncircumcised and the unclean. The man that stood up on the neck and those men around him is uncircumcised and unclean. Verse 2.
Isaiah 52 and 2. Shake thyself from the dust. Mm-hmm. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, mm-hmm. O captive daughter of Zion. Mm-hmm. For thus saith the Most High, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money.
He's going to redeem us without money. We sold out for nothing, worshiping idols, doing all kind of manner of wickedness and evil, breaking Yah's laws. We sold ourselves out for nothing. We gave up everything. We had the whole world. We gave it up. Our forefathers did. I remember one man always, thanks forefathers for doing the sin. Right. We sold for nothing. We gave it up for nothing. Read what verse is that?
3.
Read verse 3 again.
Isaiah 52 and 3. Mm-hmm. For thus saith the Most High, ye have sold yourselves for naught, mm-hmm. and ye shall be redeemed without money.
And we're going to be redeemed without money. We're going to be redeemed without money. Verse 4.
Isaiah 52 and 4. For thus saith the Most High Yah, mm-hmm. my people went down aforetime in Egypt to sojourn there, mm-hmm. and the Assyrian oppressed them without cause.
Come on.
Now therefore, what have I here, saith the Most High, that my people is taken away not for naught.
Mm-hmm.
They that rule over them, make them to howl, saith the Most High. Mm-hmm. And my name continually every day is blasphemed.
Come on.
Therefore my people shall know my name. Mm-hmm. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that does speak. Mm-hmm. Behold, it is I.
Behold, it is I that do this. All of these things that we see, all of these tragedies, everything that has happened. George Floyd has been now added to the list of men and women who have been shot down, killed down, choked out. He has been added to the list of our enemies who have killed us unjustly without cause. Unarmed, on your back, or on your stomach, face down to the ground, hands up, whatever. No gun in your hand. This is the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's why the name of the lesson is Casualties Motivate. But I said something earlier. Is this just for a moment, though? Is this another casualty to motivate us for a moment? Because next week is you're going into trying to get fireworks for the 4th of July. Celebrating freedom that you don't have and you never had. But Yah has allowed this to happen in order to wake our people up. So now it's not just Brother Yazekiel. Now it's not just Israel, the brothers of the Israelite nation saying, let's get away from these people. Let's learn to love one another and be together and dwell with one another. Let's do some things together. Let's build together. It's not just us saying that. You can see it's happening. It's not it was just a one-time thing. It keep happening. George Floyd is not the first, and he won't be the last. I said this the last time with Dr. John. I said it before that. And I said it before that. It's not the first time. It's not the last time. It's going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to happen. This is your enemy. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe what I say. Just watch what they do. They're proving it through their actions. Read Genesis 9 and 5. Let's start at verse 5. I think I want verses 5 and 6.
The book of Genesis, chapter 9, verses 5 and 6. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of man.
Read it again. Start verse 5.
Genesis 9 and 5 and 6. And surely your blood of your lives will I require.
The blood of your life is required because you are an Israelite. You have a precious in the sight of Yah. Your blood requires payback. Read it again.
At the hand, and surely your blood of your lives will I require.
Mm-hmm.
At the hand of every beast will I require.
I require if a beast kill you. I require a recompense on the beast that killed the Israelite. Read.
And at the hand of man.
If it's a man that killed Israelite, I require recompense behind that. Come on.
At the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man.
Mm-hmm.
Whoso sheddeth man's blood.
Whosoever sheddeth the blood of a man. Come on.
By man shall his blood be shed.
You need to kill that officer. He needs to go.
For in the image of Yah made he man.
Mm-hmm. That's all I wanted on that. Give me Zechariah 11. We'll start at verse 4. Because no matter how many times I go through this Bible and show you that he's a devil, you don't believe me, but he shows you he's a devil by putting his neck on the foot of one of your brothers until he is dead. You have to believe his action. Don't believe my word, believe his action. Zechariah 11 and 4.
Zechariah 11 and verse 4. Thus saith the Most High, my Yah, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them.
Read verse 4 again.
Zechariah 11 and 4. Thus saith the Most High my Yah.
Read.
Feed the flock of the
You
slaughter.
got to feed the flock of the slaughter. feed the flock of us. We're being slaughtered, and the Most High is commanding the prophets to feed the flock. Feed the flock that's being slaughtered. Come on.
Whose possessor, Zechariah 11 and 5, whose possessors slay them.
Come on.
And hold themselves not guilty.
Come on.
And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Most High, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
And your own shepherds pity you not. Your own shepherds is going into your own preachers. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing to say. We had a few months ago, T.D. Jakes was saying how everybody was one and the same. There is no difference between the Israelite and the Gentile. He stood Edomite up in his audience and said, me and this man is the same. We both gonna get salvation the same way. Jakes is a liar. There's no truth in him. Jakes, you get your neck stood up on, and the one he stood up in the office will not. In the audience will not. Jake is part of the slaughter. And that Edomite he stood up is not. That's what it means by your shepherds pity you not. We Nahum 1, chapter 1, start at verse 1.
Nahum 1 and 1.
1 and 1. I want 1 to 3.
The book of Nahum, chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. The burden of Nahum, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elkoshite. Yah is jealous, the Most High revenging. Thy power revenging.
Come on.
And is furious.
He's furious. He's furious. If you think that these people that are rioting all over this country, I believe somebody just told me they were in Houston, I think, rioting, or in Texas. They're here in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Even though they have in the midst of all of these different protests and riots, you have provocateurs in the midst of them that are starting trouble. Most of which I believe the chief of police of Detroit said that they didn't even belong here. There wasn't city residents here. So you have people that's outside the city that's coming in and starting trouble, or outside the state that's coming in to start trouble. You know what I'm saying? So read on. Verse 2. Verse 2.
I'll start. Yah is jealous, and the Most High revenges. Thy power revenges, and is furious. The Almighty Power Yah will take vengeance on his adversaries.
Will take vengeance on his adversaries. Come on.
And he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
And reserveth wrath for his enemies. Give me Psalms 81. Quick.
81 and what?
81 and 13. This is how and why he revengeth us.
Psalms 81 and 13. Oh, that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways. I should soon have subdued their enemies and turned my hand against their adversaries. The haters of the Most High should have submitted themselves unto him, but their time should have endured forever. He should have fed them also with the finest of the wheat, and with honey out of the rock should I have satisfied thee.
What verse is that?
16.
16. Oh, okay, all right. I just wanted to 15. Go back to Nahum 1 and 2.
Okay. Nahum chapter 1, verses 2 and 3. Yah is jealous, and the Most High revenges.
He's going to revenge his people, Israel. Come on.
Thy power revenges, and is furious. The Almighty Power Yah will take a vengeance on his adversaries.
Read.
And he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
All right, so who's the enemies of Yah? Give me Psalms 83 now. It's a familiar scripture. Who's the enemies of Yah? Let's figure out who it is. Get the biblical name for his enemies.
And 3 again? Is it 3?
83 and still 1. Or 2? Is it 2? Verse 2?
Yeah, you can start at verse 2.
Yeah, verse 2.
They make a tumult.
83 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Psalms 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Yeah, those that hate thee, Yah, have lifted up their head in pride. Come on.
Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
This is your institutional racism. It's a plan. It's a plot. Come on.
Psalms 83 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let us cut Israel off from being a nation. Come on.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Come on.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
Mm-hmm.
They are confederate against thee.
Mm-hmm.
The tabernacle of Edom.
The tabernacle who?
The tabernacle of Edom.
The tabernacle mean the whole house. The whole house of Edom. Come on.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab. Come on.
And the Hagarenes. Jabal.
Come on.
And Ammon.
Come on.
And Amalek.
Come on.
The Philistine with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Come on. Those African nations. Come on.
Ashur. Also was joined with them.
Mm-hmm.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
And they help the children of Lot, meaning the Chinese.
Selah.
And the Japanese. Now pause and you think about that. Those are the enemies of the Most High Yah. He named them. He named them. Those the number one. That's 7 of them. 7 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Yah's hit list right there. They the first ones to go. All of them. Let's go back. Now that we know who the enemies are, let's go back.
The book of Nahum,
Verse 2.
Chapter 1, verse 2.
Read.
Yah is jealous, the Most High revenging.
You got to revenge his people. Come on.
Thy power revenging, and is furious.
Come on, he's furious. Come on.
The Most High, thy power, Yah, will take vengeance on his adversaries.
His enemies. Come on.
And he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
His fierce wrath for his enemies. Come on.
Verse 3. Yah is slow to anger and great in power.
Come on.
And will not at all acquit the wicked.
What does it mean to be slow? What does it mean that Yah is slow to anger? Because we just heard him say that he has great wrath for his enemies. Slow to anger means he's patient. Yeah. He's patiently waiting. He got something good for you.
For sure.
Got something lined up. You're getting his ducks in a row. Yeah, he got something lined up real good for you, Esau. You gotta go. Yeah. Can you imagine y'all rub with his hands together like that? Whoa, I got something good for you. You like to stand on necks, huh? I got you. Look at Noah. Rubbing his hands together. Let's go back to verse 3. 1 and 3.
Yah is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
He won't acquit the wicked at all. He's not going to acquit the wicked at all. You think you've gotten away? You haven't gotten away. He got something for you. Come on.
Thy power hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm. And the clouds are the dust of his feet.
And the clouds are the dust of his feet. Isaiah 26 and 9. All right.
Isaiah 26, verse 9. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. So when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness.
Oh, read it again. Read it again.
Isaiah 26 and 9.
Come on.
With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early.
Come on.
For when thy judgments are in the earth.
So y'all, when your judgments become made known in the earth, come on.
The inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness.
Everybody that lives in the world will learn righteousness because they don't know righteousness. You can't know righteousness unless you've been taught righteousness. And the teachers of righteousness are the ones who are not in power. The ones that teach righteousness is not in power. We are not the head, we're the tail at the moment because we are up under the curses of Deuteronomy 28. So we're not in power. The true teachers of righteousness can't teach the world righteousness because we're not in power. Because if we was, there wouldn't be a debate on homosexuality. Marriage equality between homosexuals and heterosexuals. That wouldn't be a debate because we only gonna teach righteousness. And we know that homosexuality is not righteousness. So the unrighteous is the ones that are leading. The righteous ones. The wicked are the ones that are in power. And they hate the righteous. Those of us that will be called righteous. That's why they seek to kill us. It's way down deep in that DNA. Let me 2 Thessalonians 1:6.
That's perpetual hatred.
They're going to learn that. They're going to learn righteousness, though.
They're
going to learn it.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yah to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
We're in tribulation. Listen, we are in. The tribulation is not coming. We already in it. It's not down the road somewhere. We're already in tribulation. Because if you a brother and or a sister who did not feel pain and hurt behind this police officer standing on this man's neck and putting him to death, if you didn't feel that, then you're not human. You're not human. To sit there, I watched the whole video. The video was like 10 minutes long. If you didn't feel the compassion for that man that was under the leg of the man was just sitting there relaxing his whole body with his hands in his pocket like he didn't have a care in the world, like this was not a human being he had up under him that was saying, I can't breathe. Then you don't have love for your brother or compassion for your brother. You need to check your pulse. You're a vampire. You're not alive. Read verse 6 again.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yah to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Come on.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Come on.
When Yahushua Mashiach shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire.
We missed something. Go back to verse 6. We missed something. Yeah.
Okay. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yah to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
To pay back tribulation for them that trouble you. Once again, we are in tribulations right now. Give me hold that. Give me Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 30 and 29 or 20. It's either 30 and 29 or
It must be
29 and 30.
It must be 29 and 30.
What did I say?
I don't know. Can't be either one of them.
Yeah. Deuteronomy, it might be 30 and 29. It's a verse about tribulation.
You don't have 29 verses and 30.
Is it? So it must be 29.
Not that either.
It must. Let me get it. Deuteronomy. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's 4.
Deuteronomy 4.
Yes, chapter 4. Chapter 4.
30.
And 30?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and 30, verse 30. When thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee.
Read it again.
Deuteronomy 4 and 30.
Uh-huh.
When thou art in tribulation.
When thou art in tribulation.
And all these things are come upon thee.
Watch this, come on.
Even in the latter days.
Even in the last days. Even in the last days. We are in tribulation right now. Come on.
If thou turn to the Most High Yah, and shalt be obedient unto his voice. For the Most High Yah is a merciful Yah.
Come on.
He would not forsake thee.
He won't forsake us.
Neither destroy thee.
He won't destroy us.
Nor forget the covenant of thy fathers.
And he's not going to forget the covenant of our fathers. Read.
Which he swore unto them.
Which he swore unto them. That's all I wanted. Hallelujah. You got to have hope, Israel. You got to have hope. That's back to 2 Thessalonians.
You want to go 6 and 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all the way to 8.
All right. 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1, verses 6 through 8. Seeing it is a righteous thing to thy power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled.
To you who are troubled.
Rest with us.
Rest with us. Come on.
When Mashiach Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
Come on.
In flaming fire. Taking vengeance on them that know not Yah.
Come on.
And that obey not the gospel of a Mashiach Yahushua. Who shall be punished with everlasting destruction.
Come on.
From the presence of thy power.
Come on.
And from the glory of his power.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Hallelujah. So, our enemies are going to be destroyed. We just what do we do now? We are waiting right now. What we must do is learn how to govern ourselves, change our minds, change our hearts, change our spirits, so we can learn how to govern ourselves as men and live righteously before Abba Yah. Give me Deuteronomy 32. 32 and 39.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal.
Come on.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Read it again, because a lot of people just think that the Most High is just some weak, mealy mouth. All of that fire, it's over 170 buildings they set ablaze. But just like I said, y'all set the buildings ablaze. Y'all did everything y'all did. Y'all set the police station on fire. I get why you're angry. I get it. But come next month, please don't go buy your firecrackers talking about how free you are. Pull your barbecue grill pits out and wave your American flag. Go put on your flag shorts and start popping M80s talking about we free. Is this the casualty that's going to change you? Is this what it takes? Or do it take another murder? Does it take another murder to change you? Before you start doing what's required of you from the beginning, loving your brother as you love yourself. That's the only way you're going to unify. You're not going to unify no other way. The only way I'm going to unify is if I think of you and treat you the way I want you to treat me. And deal with you accordingly. That's the only way. All of this rioting stuff, it's not going to work. You think this devil give a damn about rioting? Huh? He's the master at rioting.
Not to mention you tearing up your property.
Yeah,
You're not rioting out where he at.
He don't care. He don't care. Insurance, they got all the money. Insurance gonna take care of most of it. They're going to get something brand new for you Negroes to come and spend more money at. What are you going to do for you and your people? And how you deal with this enemy. How you deal with him. And I'm talking to Judah because Judah's so emotional. Black folks are so-called black folks, they're so emotional when you're dealing with people. When you don't have to tell this enemy. That's why most of them say, I get questions all the time. How do you deal with white folk? Because they think because I call them devils on here that I'm just walking around calling white folks devils. No. I know you're a devil. You know you're a devil. I don't have to keep saying that you're a devil. I don't have to keep telling you you're a devil. I know it. You know it. We both know it. I have some of the most pleasant conversations with white folks. All the time. You have to learn to think just like they think. In my mind, he's saying nigger. In his mind, he's saying nigger. In my mind, I'm saying cracker devil. But that don't come out my mouth. I know you a devil. I know what you are. I know how I feel. We ain't got to discuss it either. Now, how much did you say that is? In my mind, I'm saying, watch this devil lie. How much you saying that is? In my mind. You got to learn how to deal with them the way they deal with you. Because guess what? When you go into their stores and you do business with them, they saying, nigga, trust that. If you don't believe it, go out there where there is hardly none of us at and go try to live out there with them. See how you get treated. See, won't you get stopped every time? What is this darky doing out here? Where we at?
Deuteronomy 39.
32 and 39. Let's get it again.
Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. Mm-hmm. I wound and I heal. Mm-hmm. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Nobody can deliver you out my hand when I have a plan for you. Brother Floyd, this is your lot. George Floyd, you a casualty in a war that's been in the making for over 400 years. You a casualty. But is this the one that's going to change the hearts and the minds of the people? You can't go to the store. You can't get out your car. You can't be driving in your car. You can't be chilling in your grandma's backyard. You can't just be walking down the street. Everything that you think about that you do is how a so-called black man been gunned down and murdered, choked out and killed in this street. Jogging up the road, walking, jogging, running, driving, it don't matter. Chilling on your porch at home, chilling in your backyard, standing in front of the store. Somebody put in the Israelite Nation group a meme that was real powerful meme, man. It had Edomite on this side with a gun, and it had an Israelite on this side with a gun. Our people are fighting two fronts. Two fronts. The Edomite who hates you, who totally hates you, and your brother who hates you, who have learned to hate you. Due to the oppression that we are going through. Isaiah 45 and 7. I don't know if y'all can tell, but my heart is kind of heavy today. It is. It's the same old song and the same old thing. Isaiah 45, verse 7.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yah do all these things.
Yah do all these things. It is in his hand. He does it. He formed the light. Read it again.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light.
He formed the light.
And create darkness.
He created darkness.
I make peace.
He made shalom, peace.
And I create evil.
Oh, Yah's the one that created evil.
I, thy power, do all these things.
All these things lined up with the plan of Yah. We've been so Christianized that we don't believe that Yah creates evil and put evil in the pathway of others to bring about or to accomplish the things that he wants to bring to pass. Amos 3 and 6. Amos 3 and 6.
Amos 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Most High have not done it?
Read it again.
Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city?
Shall the warning cry come out in the city? Come on.
And the people not be afraid?
And the people not afraid when it is blown? Read.
Shall there be evil in the city?
Shall there be evil in the city? Come on.
And the Most High have not done it?
And Yah is not the one instrumental in doing it. He is Yah, and he has done all these things. Israel has to turn from their wicked ways. What is going to motivate you? Shall there be another death, and another death, and another death, and another death? Wake up. Wake up. This trouble, this affliction, and this suffering comes from Yah. The suffering and affliction comes from Yah. Turn to him. Be Hosea 5:15.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Read it again.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
We need to acknowledge our offense. Come on.
And seek my face.
Turn from your wicked ways and seek his face. Come on.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
And in their affliction, we are to seek Yah early. This is an affliction. We have been afflicted in this country. This is an affliction. It's time for you to seek Yah, Israel. To become seriously minded. Become seriously minded. Don't just be saying I'm a Hebrew. Don't just be saying I'm an Israelite. You got to be serious. You got to be seriously minded. True change only comes when you want it to come. It ain't gonna just happen. This ain't the church. Follow me, Spirit, follow me. There's a devil gonna follow you. You got to seek Yah early. All right, let's get another scripture. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 4. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, start at verse 4. I think I want 4 and 5.
2 Thessalonians, verses 4 and 5. So that we ourselves glory in you in the assembly of Yah for your patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that you endure, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of Yah, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Yah, for which ye also suffer.
Read verse 5 again. That is what I want. I almost thought that wasn't what I wanted.
2 Thessalonians, verse 5. which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of Yah,
Come on.
that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Yah,
How are you going to be counted worthy if you never went through anything? Come on.
for which ye also suffered.
We are suffering to be counted worthy. Who is going to endure? Who is going to fight? Give me Matthew 24 right quick. 24 and 13. I still want that 2 Thessalonians 1 and 4.
Matthew 24 and 13. And the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Mm-hmm. The same shall be saved when you endure. Give me Matthew, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 4.
2 Thessalonians 1 and 4. So that we ourselves glory in you, the assembly of Yah, for your patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that you endure.
That you endure. That's the key. You must endure. Psalm 66 and 10. Psalm 66, verses 10 through 12.
The book of Psalms, chapter 66, verse 10 through 12. For thou, O Yah, hast proved us. Thou hast tried us, as silver is tried. Thou broughtest us into the net. Thou layest affliction upon our loins. Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place.
Read it again.
Psalm 66, verses 10 through 12. For thou, O Yah, hast proved us. Thou hast tried us, as silver is tried. Thou broughtest us into the net. Thou layest affliction upon our loins. Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place.
Brought us out into a wealthy place. That will be our testimony, that he will bring us out into a wealthy place. Let's get Luke 18 and 1. I want the first 8 verses.
Luke 18, verses 1 through 8.
Because this should be our prayer, and we should never, ever give up on this prayer. Luke 18, verse 1. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. Luke 18, verses 1 through 8, right?
1 through 8, yeah.
Luke 18, verses 1 through 8. And he spoke a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint.
You should always pray this prayer and not faint, meaning don't give up on this particular prayer. Come on.
Yehoshua said, there was in a city a judge, which feared not Yah, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while. But afterward he said within himself,
slow to anger. The judge was slow to anger. Come on.
though I fear not Yah, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continually coming she weary me. And the Most High said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not Yah avenge his own elect?
Will Yah avenge us? He most certainly will. Come on.
Which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them.
Come on.
I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
Shall he find faith on earth? Give me Luke 1 and 68. And I want read down to 74.
Luke chapter 1, verses 68 through 74.
That's correct.
Blessed be the Most High, thou power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
Yahweh Shai. Come on.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began,
Read.
that we should be saved from our enemies.
That we should be what?
We should be saved from our enemies.
Come on.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
Come on.
To perform the mercy promised to our fathers. And to remember his holy covenant.
Read.
The oath which he sware to our father Abraham.
Come on.
That he would grant unto us, that we being delivered out of the hands of our enemies.
Come on.
Might serve him without fear.
Hallelujah. That is salvation identified. The true meaning of salvation. To be delivered from the hands of our enemies. Wouldn't that be wonderful? To be delivered from your enemy? That should be our prayer, and we should not faint. That being said, we want to say hallelujah. We hope that you enjoyed the lesson and that you have learned something so far. Stay prayerful, family. Stay prayerful. The enemy desires to sift you as wheat. He desires to sift you as wheat. Stay prayerful. Don't get unshaken by what you're seeing that's going on. By the riots, by the death of this man, George Floyd. I know a lot of you are very upset and angry. Don't be shaken. Stay prayerful. Stay prayerful. And Yah will deliver us. Yah will deliver us. With that being said, shalom.